Hi everyone, so you might be wondering what actual stamps can be swapped out and what stamps expire on the 31st of July. It's all a bit confusing really, but what it is, you get this form. It's the swap out form that you can get from a post office or you can send off for it. You can swap these sort of stamps out and you can keep these and use these after the 31st of July. You just fill out the form, but say if you got stamps that what you want to swap out after the 31st of July, such as these, as long as they haven't got the security tag on them, such as a stamp like that, so it's got the security tags on it. Now that you can't swap out because it's a self-adhesive. If you've got the original backing to that they come on, the sheets that they come on, then you can swap them out after the 31st of July. But that one, as a security tag and hasn't got the original backing sheet, you can't swap that one out. However, stamps such as this on its own as a solo, as you can see, there's no security tags on it. Therefore, it wasn't a self-adhesive. So I think it's pre-1996 or thereabouts. But there's no security tag on it, and it's just a solo stamp. So you can swap that one out. On the form, if you go on the back of the form, it says use the box to stick any stamps that are not self-adhesive. So stamps such as that one, or so another one, say that one, it wasn't a self-adhesive, and all the self-adhesive was security tagged. So basically, stamps with no security tag are not self-adhesive ones. So that one you can swap out, and when you swap it, they'll send you the barcoded version. So literally, just if it's gummed on the back, like saliva gum, then just stick it on the form like that, and you can list up to £200 worth of value per sheet per order. So just stick it on. If there's no gum on the back, I shouldn't worry too much. Just use something like that, but it's glue. As long as you don't put glue on the front, then it shouldn't send off alarm bells to Royal Mail. I know they're quite strict on this. I mean, you can't just go swapping out any old stamps that have, say that have been pre-used, unless you can, hide the glue on it and just stick it on. Because I'm assuming that they think that you'll just lick the stamp and stick it on. But if there's nothing to lick on the back, no gum, then obviously you can't. So the sort of stamps that you can stick on the back of the form to send off for barcoded ones is, like I said, as long as there's no tag on it. See, that one's got a security tag on it, so that was a self-adhesive one. So obviously you can't stick that on the back unless you've got the original backing that come with the stamps. Now some of these stamps, say for example that one, that's a pound one, sort of pink violet colour, that's a security tag. However, if you see that one, it's exactly the same stamp but hasn't got the security tags. So keep an eye out for that. If you do have other stamps with no security tag, then just stick it to the back of the form. I mean, if it has been used before and you say took it off the envelope, and so basically it's a used stamp because it's already been licked, I shouldn't worry too much. Just stick a bit of glue on the back. but just make it not look too, you know, not too bad. Because if they see that you've put loads of glue all over it and stuck it on the sheet, then you'll send alarm bells. Sort of other stamps that you can send off. I mean, £3 one. These ones is the 3.5 pence. As long as it's not a D, as long as it's decimal, then you can send that off. It's a 3.5p. If they add up the half p's, I don't know, but they might do. So these sort of stamps are fine. See, there's no, it's just basically just keep an eye out as long as there's no security tags. Stamps like this one, stamps like that, you don't need to swap out because you can use that for an unlimited amount of time because it's a commemorative issue. If it's got pictures on it, then they're commemorative or special issues. So that you can just carry on using after the 31st of July. So there's no need for you to swap that one out. Another one, 56p. You can swap that one out because it's not self-adhesive, it's not security tagged one. Basically, the self-adhesive ones have got to be on their backing sheet, their original backing sheet when you bought the stamps. I'll give you so basically those sort of stamps, any of those you can swap out, but you cannot use them after the 31st of July. That's a definite. Post and go, I'm not sure about. You might be able to swap them out, maybe. The problem is if they've got the original postcode where it was sent off from, then it's unlikely, but you wouldn't be able to swap that one anyway because it's got this all that. I mean, if you've got brand new ones of these, the post and go, it's got a picture on it, so therefore it was like a special commemorative edition. You might be able to swap them ones out. I don't see why not, especially if it's on the original backing. But like I say, if it's got the postcode on it, then that was printed off at a post office. So I'm doubtful you could use that one. These sort of stamps, the Christmas special editions, you don't need to do anything with them. You just carry on using those for an unlimited amount of time. It's currently unlimited. They probably will put a expiry date on it. Same with that. You can carry on using that after the time frame. If you've got like sort of sheets like these sort of stamps, you can swap these ones out. You can just stick them to the back of the form, or either that, or if they're like that and they got the original gum, as you can see, you could probably just put them in a little packet and just send them off with the form. I don't see why not, because as you can see, although they haven't got the original backing that was on it, these were probably out of a booklet. But as you haven't got the original booklet, I shouldn't worry too much about that either. You could probably just send that off in a little packet and just and they'll exchange it. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, the reason they won't allow you to just stick self-adhesive to the form is because obviously people reuse the stamps when they're not supposed to. And obviously that would send alarm bells ringing to Royal Mail that they've been used already. But these sort of ones, you can definitely see they haven't been used, so you could just send them off in a packet. You wouldn't need to stick them to the back of the form. Just remember, these forms, you can only send off £200 maximum in value of the stamp. I mean, say if you got these like 2.5p, that's like 12 pence. You wouldn't be able to stick all those on a form to value of £200. I mean, it's impossible. So if you've got smaller denominations like this, then just put them in a packet and send them in the envelope. It's pretty simple. The address is free post swap out. That's all you got right on the envelope. Free post swap out. What I would recommend is when you send off your stamps for swapping out, I'd suggest that you don't. Well, you can use it as free post swap out, but if I was you, I'd send it signed. Because if this gets lost in the post, you won't get no money back. You might send off £200 value, and they might claim it's free post, but don't trust that, because Royal Mail are good at losing mail, as you know, and it would just be your luck if they lost all your stamps, which would be non-convenient. These ones, as you can see, these are out of booklets. Now, although they haven't got the original booklet, I'm pretty sure you could probably still send that off. They do state that they have to be in their original booklets or backing. The half P's, that is still money, although we don't use half P anymore. It is a decimal amount, so they should add up the half P's. But again, I can't say for certain. Like I say, all these lower denominations, I don't know. You could just put them in a packet and send them. The problem is you can't fit them all on this sheet, because literally you'll only fit about 30. The only other solution is to use multiple sheets, but what I'd suggest is just sticking them onto an A4 bit of white paper as additional pieces. If you do need to stick them onto the form, then I shouldn't see that be a problem. Just like sign and date the form. The actual, you could always write on it SOWE1 on the blank bit of paper. But if you do that, I'd recommend you staple them together. Now, Royal Mail stated that there's a 7-day period of time where they should send your swapped out stamps as barcoded ones. I've just heard from a friend that actually that's nowhere near. You'll probably be looking up to a month. Royal Mail are so far behind with the orders that it's very doubtful you'll get them back in 7 days. So expect to wait up to 30 days. Now, as for Scottish regionals and Northern Ireland ones and that, I don't actually have any here to show you, but those I don't know, because the new Scottish regionals are actually barcoded, the new ones. Now, if you can still use the Scottish ones after the cut-off time, I don't know, because I was under the assumption the only ones that are going to be invalid are the ones with the Queen's portrait on, like that, the decimal definitives. You need to phone Royal Mail really and find out if you can actually use the Scottish regionals and that, because they are actually pictorial. They're not necessarily commemorative or special editions. However, you might be able to still use them. I don't see why not, because they have sort of got a picture on them as such. So I'd be very surprised if they rejected the mail if you did send it out. Anyway, if there's any questions you need to know about this swap out scheme, just send me a message in the comments section, and I'll do my best to answer it. All right, goodbye.